years ago, I used to have a vision board physically in my office slash bedroom while I was in university. And it used to be on my office door where my mirror is. So every morning when I was getting ready for the day, it was really nice because I just got to be surrounded by these images that really inspired me, that motivated me to kind of level up, keep working hard. Also just as a source of comfort, because sometimes I think when you're feeling a little lost in life, it can be really helpful to just be reminded of the things that you really want for yourself and what the ultimate purpose you're trying to head towards is, or at least parts of the puzzle pieces of what you want your life to look like. And although I loved my vision door, I had decided I was going to start it from scratch, take it all down and redo some of the imagery because I wasn't feeling as inspired by the images anymore. So I had taken it down, like I said, with the purpose of putting it back up, and now here we are. I think it's been a couple years since I took it down and I haven't replaced it. That is something I want to change today, because over the last little bit, I just feel like I found myself in more of these moments of feeling a little lost, a little hamster on a hamster wheel, a little bit of I'm 25, what is life, which I've kind of talked about already on the channel. But instead of doing the vision door, I'm actually going to do a traditional vision board on this board that I found at Indigo. Seeing this in store actually kind of gave me the final push to do this process again, because I just think it's very beautiful. I'm just really excited to have this back in my life, in my physical space, because I have digital vision boards, but I think there's something to be said when it's something tangible that you can touch and look at, and I can add textures if I want to, really have fun with it. I'm gonna pop on some good tunes and just do a little bit of image adding. I already went through Pinterest and found a few imagery things that spoke to me that I printed off. I have some old images from my previous vision board, and I'll probably be filling it in as a process, not just like one main event, so that it gives me time to find the perfect pieces. Got my paper cutter, so I'm gonna do some cutting. One of the things I'm adding to my vision board, which was also on my previous one, but I had to replace it because it's kind of gotten ruined, is the poem The Road Not Taken. It's a very popular poem by Robert Frost, but it was significant because I had a project where I had to dissect this poem and explain what meaning I derived from it. My teacher kind of implied that I was going to misinterpret it, which now looking back, I'm like, how can you misinterpret a poem? It's all in the eye of the beholder, in the perspective of the reader. There's no wrong way to interpret poetry or stories. Like, it's your own experience. I don't know. But anyways, he was very confident that I wouldn't do it properly, and it kind of gave me this kick to really do the presentation well. It was a presentation, and I don't know if I've really talked about it too heavily on here before, but I had a huge fear of public speaking at the beginning of high school, right up until this presentation. But I practiced the shit out of it because I was determined not to have any issues with the presentation, because in the past I'd had presentations where my voice was just quaking, my hands couldn't stop shaking. I just was never really happy with my presentations, and I would actually dread it and develop so much anxiety over them when I saw them on the syllabus at the beginning of the semester. But that presentation was the first presentation in a really long time that I finished and I felt like I killed, and I did kill it, because I remember getting a good, not just a good grade on it, but I remember just feeling as I was doing the presentation, oh my goodness, I know my shit here. Like, I'm good. And since then, although I still get nervous with public speaking, I feel like that was such a light switch moment, because now when I do public speaking, I come at it from such a different place, and it's still scary, but it's not what it used to be. So when I see that poem, what I think is growth for me. I think confidence when I read that poem. And then I also think just the messaging of the poem represents a lot of life dilemmas that we go through at all stages, but particularly in my 20s, really feeling it. Really feeling the road not taken. always telling you guys about books that really spoke to my soul and that I loved. I gotta say though, gotta give you an update on In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer. Wasn't a hit for me. I don't think it was necessarily like horrible. It's kind of a cute concept of a storyline. Like the idea is that these two main characters, Franny and Hayes, meet on a subway and things go wrong. A ripped dress is involved. People document it on social media, blah, blah, blah. And it ends up a series of them being like kind of forced together in different circumstances. I just didn't really care about anyone in the story. The ending felt a little unsatisfying as well. I don't know, I finished it and felt a little meh. I also don't think it did this book any service to be reading it after Book Lovers, because that is also a rom-com based in NYC, and that in comparison to this, they didn't match up. So I might be a little bit more critical about it simply for that reason alone. But yeah, I gotta be real with you, wasn't the one for me. I did decide though today that I would wear my really fancy business blazer. When I need to get shit done, I need to wear clothing that communicates that. I have my fair amount of work days where I'm wearing just casual stuff, but there is an extra little boost of productivity that can come from just putting on a regular outfit. I don't understand the science behind it. I'm doing a huge computer work day though. I have a video to finish up that's due tomorrow, and then I have an outline due the next day, and then another video due a few days after that. So fire. I was telling my friend that like I'm in a good spot with all my work deadlines, but I'm at that critical point where if I just take the foot off the gas pedal, I'll quickly be making up time. So we're just trying to keep her pushing, her being me. Talking in third person now. Oy, oy, oy. That's not a good sign. Might sound silly, but I'm just looking to do a little bit of subtle rearranging in this living room. It's the first 20-degree day in the city today, and I just feel like I need to brighten up certain accessories in here. And one of my favorite things to do in my apartment to spruce up decor is not to go out and buy more things. No, no, no. But instead to rearrange things. So to bring pieces that are in other rooms and bring them into here. And I'm talking like little knick-knacky things. I don't have any like actual furniture I'm moving. But just taking even something that's been in my office for the past 6 months, a year, and bringing it to a new space allows you to have a new appreciation for it, because suddenly you're looking at it in a new environment. That's what I'm doing today. Okay, these things aren't really gonna go anywhere. I'm keeping the coasters, but I think I'm gonna try and swap out this box. It has been in this living room for a long time. I think I'm gonna swap it for this one that has been in my bedroom. It's a little bit brighter and dustier. Very subtle here, but I think this kind of brightens things up. I always also keep a pen and a highlighter in here because I usually read in this room. I do adore the detailing though in this box. I got it years and years and years ago, like when I was in high school, I feel like, from Indigo. Okay, now how do we do this up here? Okay, so bear with me. It is subtle, but it is a difference. It is a brighten up. Everything's just feeling a bit lighter for the warmer weather. I put my other snake plant over there, Pebbles, Wilma's Child. I took out the dark coffee table book, replaced it with some magazines with colorful spines. A new photo of my grandparents there in a lighter frame, some ceramic rainbow action, just kind of all feels a little bit warmer. I really wanted to go a step further. I would switch out that frame, but we're gonna keep that. And that's what I mean. Nothing crazy, but definitely just more season appropriate. And how much money did I spend? $0. As I'm looking at the room with all this workout gear, I really should get my basket that's in my bedroom and turn it into like a workout basket so that this stuff can all be a little bit prettier. feeling a little lackluster with my dinner making skills lately, so for this week I decided to order one of those delivery meal kit services and just have a little bit of variety in my diet, try out some new recipes. I mean, I could have done that without getting the delivery service, but obviously this was an easy way to commit to trying some new things because I didn't have to worry about having all the ingredients for these new dishes. I'm currently making open-faced mushroom melts, and there goes my sweet potato. Never made a tomato and onion with balsamic jam before, so that's kind of fun. I think this recipe is going to be really delicious, but I will say the timing of everything, I have been having to work aggressively. I'm sweating. This is my second meal of the week. The first one was a pesto halloumi sandwich. It was so freaking good. A bit more straightforward than this recipe, which I also appreciated. That I not get judged too harshly for any of the things that are happening right here. Not my proudest moment, but we're gonna deal with it today. So I've cleared these shelves. I need to get started on this. I actually think one of the things I'm going to shift about this unit is turn this into an area where I can put folded up jeans and or tops. I don't know. I need some spot here because I have clothing here that I can't put over there. So that's why this is developed. Not my finest moment by any means, but I think some of these boxes can shift up there. This, I think, though, will pretty much stay makeup and skincare. We shall see. I have quite a bit of bodysuit, so I also think this could be a spot to just fold them properly, because look what happens when you just scrunch things. I don't like that. I don't like it when my clothes don't have proper homes. I've actually considered redoing this closet with like an actual unit that's meant to be for clothing, because I need more clothing storage in this closet, but I also don't want to put more furniture in this apartment. Kind of feel like the apartment already has a lot of stuff, so I don't know, maybe when I do my big closet organization session, I might get some like metal drawers or something just to give myself a little bit more storage. Closet is actually quite big if it were all closet, but it's not, and it's really only one rack over there, and then this buffet and hutch thing that I turned into part storage, part dresser. In an ideal world, I'd like to be able to hang everything, but that's just not what we have to work with. If you're ever looking for socks, everyone, the Champion socks at Costco are top tier socks. You think buying socks is simple, and then you buy them and you realize that socks often can be too thin or too thick or pilly or all the things. This is where I'm at with this unit. It is not perfect. I was only able to get one row of jeans, and this is full of bodysuits, so I think what this has taught me, back to me, but what this has taught me is that I really need to reassess my closet, because what's happening in here is currently not working. So we're gonna do that one day. Perhaps I'll take you along with me. Probably will. Ideally, we'd be able to get rid of clothing on this shelf. Actually, this is just travel stuff, but this section here, because I'm also not happy with how cramped this stuff is looking. It's just not perfect, but wow, what a change from where it was at just 30 minutes ago. This container right here is all the products that I haven't opened yet. So it was previously buried under jeans, and now I can actually see things, and I feel like if I keep it on this shelf, I won't put stuff to cover it up, because there are clearly products that I need to use in here. One day I will have a proper spot for makeup and products and just more storage in general, but for now we're just gonna make do. you.